Alright, it's Comic Artist Pro Secrets. You're listening to Ethan Van Sciver, 25-year veteran of the comic book industry. Bad news, there are new rules for 2018 in Mount Laurel, New Jersey. Strict rules. Kind of hot rules. Anyway, Dave Bautista, he might not do Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 without James Gunn's script. Why not? Why not, Dave? Well, let's rewind it a little bit and let's talk about what happened with James Gunn. So, James Gunn was getting a little bit loop-de-loo on Twitter and politically speaking. And Mike Cernovich, right-winger, he decided to give him the ultimate smackdown and released all of these incredibly disgusting tweets that James Gunn had written between the years, 2008 and 2012. A lot of tweets that involved rape, a lot of tweets that involved child pornography and pedophilia, a lot of tweets that were frankly disgusting and hideous. People called them jokes. They said they were jokes. Well, it was a lot of jokes. It was an awful lot of jokes. I mean, one joke is one thing, several dozen is another. On top of that, there were very strange essays from his blog, which talked about one instance in particular that comes to mind, a monkey and a little boy on one of the movie sets that James was filming on. The monkey ejaculated in the child's face, and James Gunn could not stop laughing. He said it was like the most wonderful thing he'd ever seen. That's sick. That's pretty effed up. And then there were also several exchanges and retweets from convicted child pornographers. So this is all peculiar. It was enough for Disney to fire James Gunn after it became a social media storm. I mean, the whole thing went viral. James Gunn was quickly dismissed by Disney, and people who saw all of the tweets, people who saw all of this content, all agreed that he deserved to go. Some people did not see all of the tweets and all of the content, and those people were confused. They said, I don't understand why James Gunn has been fired just because of a few jokes. They're just jokes, and they're old jokes. Well, that kind of stuff is indicative of who you might be inside in a lot of cases. One joke here or there is okay. A reference here or there, not a big deal. Continual jokes about child abuse is a lot. It's a lot for a company like Disney to weather. Disney doesn't want to be associated with that. Disney doesn't want to have to answer questions about people like that on the red carpet when they are premiering their new superhero movie. That's just not a distraction that they don't want to have to endure. So James Gunn was fired. Now, the cast of Guardians of the Galaxy loyally stood by him and all got together and wrote, a kind of a petition that they really wanted James Gunn back. They all signed it, and Disney said, "Oh, okay. Well, we'll take a meeting with James Gunn." A few days later, after the meeting, Disney just kind of said, "Nah, we're good. We're not going to. He's still fired. He's not coming back." So whatever went on in that meeting was, alarming, I'm sure. In any case, James Gunn, his career at Disney is over for the time being, for the foreseeable future at least. And they're going to have to, if they do continue with Guardians of the Galaxy 3, they're going to have to find someone new. They're going to have to find a new director. Now, James Gunn apparently did already write the script for number 3. So Disney does own that script. And the question is, are they going to use it? Now, Dave Bautista and the original cast of Guardians of the Galaxy first said, hey, we're not going to do it without James Gunn. Well, James Gunn's not coming back. So now Dave Bautista is saying, I'm not going to do it unless you use James Gunn's script. We have to use his script. Why is this important? He's probably already been paid for his script. I don't know. I mean, this is just, if it's a matter of loyalty, I guess that's something, but James Gunn will probably not benefit. Maybe he will. Royalties? I don't know. I'm not sure. But let's read this and find out. Here's Dave Bautista. He's standing by his man. Of all the Guardians in the Galaxy, Dave Bautista has been the most vocal in support of James Gunn following his firing from the Disney Marvel film series. And now he's willing to make the ultimate sacrifice over the mountain. The ultimate sacrifice? That would be giving up his life. That's the ultimate sacrifice. People who give up their lives for their country make the ultimate sacrifice. Give up his job, that's a penultimate sacrifice, if that. I don't think it's even the penultimate sacrifice. It's a mild sacrifice. I don't know. They might just boot you out of here anyway, Dave. Speaking to the shortlist, Bautista said, quote, "Where I'm at right now is that if Marvel doesn't use gun script, then I'm going to ask them to release me from my contract, cut me out, or recast me. I'd be doing James a disservice if I didn't." All right, get out of here. We'll just get another lunkhead to come in and take your place. Honestly, this is ridiculous. You signed a contract with Disney. Disney's doing what it can to protect itself. You can't, Dave, in my opinion, you can't expect Disney to tolerate that. You can't. I know he's your friend, but you got to think of, you got to think of the bigger picture a little bit. You got to at least understand you're working for a major corporation, and they just can't put up with that. You know that. And, maybe you should. If that's how you feel, maybe you should just recuse yourself. This comes mere hours after Bautista took to Twitter a link. Is this going to be porn? I better not click any link that is suspicious, pornographically, in this case. I better not. Not in this case. Saying he would do the film out of contractual obligation, but, quote, "Guardians without James Gunn is not what I signed up for." James Gunn and making jokes about a lot of child pornography and rape is not really what Disney signed up for. They didn't really sign up for a director who would kind of put them under that kind of scrutiny and controversy. So how do you think they feel? Bautista is making these statements following Disney's firing out of a trebuchet of writer-director when old tweets of Gunn's resurfaced from right-wing media personalities. Well, Mike Cernovich and Jack Prospiek, whatever, what's that guy's name? As part of a continuing effort against left-leaning individuals. That is hilarious. I have to click this. What continuing effort against left-leaning? Yeah, it's just a continuing effort. Dan Harmon here. Oh, yeah, maybe you're right. Dan Harmon is another one. This guy, I can't even get into it. I might get into it in another video. More and more material keeps surfacing about Dan Harmon and making jokes about pedophilia. I don't know. I mean, it's a little wacky. I mean, it makes people kind of queasy. I don't know what's up with Trevor Noah, but I'd like to find out. So yeah, this continuing effort, I will agree now, it's a continuing effort against left-leaning individuals, or more accurately, left-leaning individuals who seem predisposed to make jokes or reference to pedophilia. And make light of it and try to normalize it. It's weird. It is weird. That is what they're doing, whether they mean to do it or not. When you are behaving that way, you are making it cool or funny or interesting to make jokes about sexually abusing children. Man, it's not my sense of humor. I mean, I like I like anti-jokes. Not anti like, your anti. I just mean anti like the opposite of jokes. Those are pretty funny. That a joke like that goes like this. Horse walks into a bar. The bartender says, "Hey, why the long face?" And the horse goes, "My wife has cancer." Okay, that is an anti-joke. That's kind of funny. It's mean, but it's kind of funny. I don't think jokes about pedophilia are funny. That's just my opinion. I don't know. The actor, along with the rest of the cast, then released a lengthy letter on this subject, but none of them went so far as to threaten leaving the movie. That was smart. In this new interview, though, Bautista is very clear that he is speaking for himself in this instance and not his cast members. Quote, "Nobody's defending his tweets, but this was a smear campaign on a good man? On a good man, Dave. You want to go that far? Smear campaign. Well, if any of it was untrue, I'd like to know about that. Smear campaigns generally are about untruth. Just revealing things that somebody said, or that's not a smear campaign. Actually, bringing to light their activities, that is called just exposing them. And I wouldn't call him a good man." Bautista told Shortlist. "I spoke to Chris Pratt the day after it happened, and he's a bit religious, so he wanted time to pray and figured out I like Chris Pratt. But I was more like, fuck this. This is bullshit. So the opposite of praying and talking to God is the way Bautista went. He didn't spend time thinking about it. He just reacted angrily and vulgarly. James is one of the kindest, most decent people I've ever met. Fucking get out of Hollywood, dude, right now. Most experts believe Disney will not rehire Gunn as the film's director, but there has been no indication yet if the studio plans to use his script or not. I say don't. I say don't do it. And let Dave Bautista step down. Do not associate with James Gunn in any way, Disney. Just don't do it. Gunn has been working on the script for months and was either close to finishing or just handed in an early draft. IO9 has reached out to Disney for comment on Bautista's latest statements, and we will update you should we hear back. You won't hear back because you're just IO9, and Disney doesn't want to talk to you about this. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 was expected to film next year for 2020 release, but that's currently up in the air. Let me make a prediction. It'll never come out. This movie, forget it, the whole franchise has been scrapped. They're going to go ahead and why not just use the latest Avengers movie as an excuse to get out of this mess. Hey, they're dead. They're all dead. Of course, everybody will come back, I'm sure. But whoops, we couldn't bring James Gunn's franchise back. It died. It disintegrated into midair along with his career. I think that would be the best situation for everyone. Hey, want to follow me on Twitter? Okay, cool. I'm at Ethan Van Sciver. Talk to you there. Show your friends you support independent comics while showing the world who you back in the fight against the swarm with the brand new Cyberfrog t-shirt from Crypto Fashion and Comic Artist Pro Secret. Sizes come in small to 5XL, and take your choice of colors between navy blue, white, and black. And if you haven't yet, go ahead and order the Fandom Menace, Go Get Daddy's Belt, Tico, and Soilo t-shirts as well. Link is below in the description. You're going to look great. People love these shirts. They fit wonderfully. Thank you very much. If you enjoyed this video and want to become part of this community, subscribe to this channel by clicking the Laughing Man face logo right on your screen. Ring the bell for notifications as well. You'll never miss a live chat. And stay tuned, another video by Comic Artist Pro Secrets is coming right up.